Good morning, everybody. It's Marianne from Marianne's Makery, and I'm just going to adjust that a little bit. There we go. How are you this morning? I'm so excited. I really, if you're with me on the live, please say good morning or hello, whatever time zone you're in. Hello, Kathleen, and let me know where you're watching from. And if you're watching on the replay, if you wouldn't mind doing hashtag replay and let me know where you're watching from. I'm just going to try to bring this up on my my Marianne's Makery. See what I can do here. I think it should show it, should it not? I'm not really sure how this works. Anyway, I just wanted to welcome everybody. This is Good Morning, Shirley. I'm very excited to do this again. There we are. I wonder if I can turn it this way. All this technology, girls. I'm telling you. Sure does keep you on your toes. Okay. Now I have to turn down the, I'm telling you. Get rid of this. Sure does keep you on your toes. Okay, we got rid of that sound. Alrighty, so Kathleen, you're all set in Ohio, sitting on the porch with pen and paper. Good girl, that's what we want. Okay, what happened to my screen? I just lost my screen. Good morning, Terry. So anyway, yeah, I'm really happy to be here again. I just want to tell you I thank you so much for being here and doing this with me. I am like really excited. And on the personal side, I have to tell you that I didn't realize how much I missed teaching until last Thursday. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm just very thankful for all of you guys. And I hope that you enjoy this today. We're going to, I'm just trying to, I don't know what happened to my thingy. Okay. Oh, and I didn't put a description on today. Oh well. We'll get there eventually. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do is there we go. Okay. So what we're going to do first is oh, thank you, Kathleen. I want to recap. All right. So because some of you may be new, and I just want to go over what we did last week before we start. Is that okay with everybody? Okay, so what we decided, or what I asked you to do last week, was I asked you to date your pages, because this way you're going to see what you've been doing and how you're becoming more comfortable. And that's really important to see, so that you can see, you know, like I started here and I ended here, kind of thing. So, and the other thing too is, by doing these little exercises at the beginning, it gives us muscle memory. Okay, and so that alone will help us become more comfortable. You're going to find that you're going to lean towards, you know, being a heavy marker or a lighter hand. That is okay, because we all have our own style. And, you know, the thing that makes it really interesting is to see everybody's style. When I looked at the pictures that some of you sent from Thursday, it's amazing how different everybody did. And I love it. You guys did amazingly. You should be so proud. Excuse me for coughing. One of you were saying that, you know, it looks like a kindergarten. It doesn't. It looks great. The only thing that I want to suggest to you is if you're finding that you're not liking the thickness of your lines, then go to a finer point on your, hi Deb, go to a finer point in your markers, okay? Sometimes that'll help you. And the other thing is once you get used to it, you may not be pressing as hard. Right now, we're kind of choking, you know, we're kind of getting on there and we're like, oh, I got to get this right. Okay, so it's okay. So I'm going to just recap and we're just going to go over quickly what we did yesterday, Thursday, and then we're just going to carry on. How's that sound with everybody? Is that okay? Let me know. All righty. So this was the first, turn it this way. This was the first page we did last week. So we started there and we just did some lines with our ruler. Now you don't have to do lines with your rulers. You can just do lines, all right? And then we did this kind of a herringbone, I guess you would call that. And then we did the practice. Okay, got to get this working right. There we go. Nope, there. We did the practice with the Good Morning Robin. We did the practice with the circles, and then we did the little triangles. So that was the first ones. And then this, oops, missed a page here. Hold on a sec, guys. There we go. And then we did this one here. Go this way, Marianne. This one here with all the dots and like the Morse code type thingy. And then we did some little swoopies. Oops. And then we did some hearts. We kind of linked them. We made a chain. And then we did the basket weave. And then we talked about circles and what we could do. And then we incorporated some of these things in our flower. Now, you didn't have to incorporate these things. You could have done different ones. But most of you decided to go ahead and do this. Hi, Jamie. And most of you did this style right here. Kathleen, sorry, Kathleen decided to do a mushroom. So it just goes to show you how you can incorporate all the different things. So this is the first two pages. We are calling our doodle and mark making catalog. And this is really important because we can go back and we can see what we did. And if we leave, let me see here, right. If we leave these pencil marks in here, it kind of helps us see how we did it. So it's like, okay, how did I do that again? I can't remember. So anytime that we're using the pencil first, leave those in there in your catalog so you can see what, how you got there. Okay? All right. Now, the other thing that that we did was I had told you that I leave my pencil marks until they're dry, like until I make sure my pen is dry. And so now I can go ahead and erase them. And then it looks more finished. Okay? But don't do that until you know that your ink is dry. Okay, guys? You don't want to have, go this way. There, you see? Oh, there we go. All right, so see how nice and clean it is on the edge here. Right here. All right, okay. So, yes, we're making a catalog. So what I've done is I've decided to, I'm going to take this book here that I have right here. It's 7 by 10. It's a little bit bigger. because I do surface pattern design, I like to be able to have my mark making and my doodles a little bit larger so that I can scan them in and play with them and that kind of stuff. So if you want to do them larger, you can. If you don't, that's fine too. You can do this on lined paper. You can do this on copy paper. You can do it on graph paper. Whatever you find is best for you. Okay? Alrighty, let's get started. All right. I'm going to put the screen down. And if you have any questions, put them in there, okay? And I think I got this set up right. I'm hoping I do. Okay. How does that look to everybody? Is that looking okay, guys? Let me know if it looks okay, and if you can you hear me okay? Just want to make sure. Okay. Alrighty, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in our, you can't see that. So which way do I go? This way? No, I'll just move over. Just a sec here. I'll move over. Nope. I need to move this way. This is, takes a bit of getting used to. Alrighty, great. Thank you, guys. I always say that to bring a pencil and eraser, Kathleen. But if you're comfortable just going ahead with your marker, then you can go for it. How's that? Alrighty. Thank you, Kathleen. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in our date. So today is Monday. Hey, Jody. Today is August 2nd, 2021. All right. So you're going to keep those, you're going to put that on all your pages when you're doing it. And that's just to keep an idea of what you've been doing. Okay. I should have got a bottle of water. Oh, I got just a little bit here. Just a sec here. Okay. So today, I want to start off with like a grouping. Okay. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to be making plus signs. Now, plus signs are great because we can use them in all different places. You can do them in a line like this. All right, everybody okay with this? You can do them in a cluster. So you might find yourself going, oh, that one attaches, but that's okay. It's part of our cluster. And you're going to find that they're not always the same size. And this makes a really good filler. And it's surprising the places you can do it in. All right. And they can be different sizes. So what's kind of fun is to start off with a big one. All right. So you've got a few big ones. And then you're going to go a little bit smaller. And a little bit smaller. And a little bit smaller. See how nice that looks? I like that. It's kind of a neat little look. All right, so there you go. So we've done a straight line, we've done a cluster, and then we've done a decline in size. Oh, cute. Kathleen says, I accidentally made a heart with the X's, with the plus signs. That's really good. So what happens is when you start this, it may bring other things to your mind. All right. So you might find that you're doing a little trail. So here we're going to go, and we just kind of keep going on our own little merry way. And you see, now you've got a trail. So there's all kinds of ways that you can go ahead and you can use these just the plus sign alone. Okay. Now, are you ready for another one? How do you feel about that, guys? I love that. I love that Kathleen says that she started making a heart. Alrighty. Now remember, if you're watching the replay, don't forget to, thank you. Don't forget to, I'm going to post you know how I posted the picture of this last week and we all commented underneath? So I'm going to do the same thing today. I'll post what we do at the end, and then you guys can post what we're doing. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and use, I'm just going to use one page for each one because I want these a little bit bigger so that you can see them a little bit easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in a couple of oh yeah, let that move. Lines with my ruler because I just want to be able to. Now, if you're working on a line page, you don't have to worry about this. But I just like to put in a line when I'm practicing like this so that I have somewhere to go. Okay? So this time what we're going to do is we're going to do, we're not going to do the herringbone. We're just going to do a zigzag. So that's, it's popular in Southwestern designs. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to make your line like that. Now, because this is handmade, I never ever worry about the angle of the next one. You want it to be reasonably in line with the other one. But you know what? If it's not, that's okay. And then we're going to go. So we're going to do two lines like this. And like I said, the only reason I use the pencil lines is to help me just practice and keep things a little bit aligned so that it doesn't get too messy. And like I said, I'm just making my lines. How are you guys doing? Are you doing okay? And you're going to find that these are going to fluctuate. Don't let that bother you. All right? So then I'm going to do another one. And we're going to play with this one. Oh, that's kind of... I find it easier to move my book each time I do to do a line. How's everybody doing? Are you okay? Are you drawing with me today or are you watching? Let me know. Because you can do either one. I find this very relaxing. And I could do this all day. Okay, so there are our two lines. And see, they're not the same. You never draw. Oh, good, Terry. Don't forget to post when you're done. I'm going to put the picture up at the end, but once I do that, if you wouldn't mind sharing, I'd like that. Alrighty. Now, this is really nice. I really like it, but I really want to change it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is, on the second one, this is the one we're going to play with a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in a second row. And you see, they're not perfect. Okay, that's okay. And I follow the same thing I did in the beginning, is I try to make sure that I turn my page. I just find it easier to do that. I remember I had a teacher tell me that I had gone back when I was 47 to take fine arts at the college, and I had to land up leaving because I had fibromyalgia, and when we started drawing 8 hours a day, my arm couldn't take it. So, but I had a teacher and we were drawing, and I draw upside down a lot. I don't know about you guys. Good girl, Kathleen. When I was, we were painting something, I can't remember what it was, and I paint upside down a lot. And I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed or what it is, but I do paint upside down a lot. And she came behind me and she said, "Marianne, you should be drawing in the orientation that you want the painting to be in." And I looked at her and I said, "Who's going to know? Like, duh. Who's going to know I painted it upside down?" So anyway, I thought that was a very strange remark. So now we went from plain to not so plain, right? But we can do more. So there's all kinds of little things that we can do in here. And I'm going to show you them in different places. I'm not going to make new lines for them all because this is just our practice place. All right. So do you remember when we did, on Thursday, we did the 4 lines. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to come across here and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to do, so this is going to have the same angle as this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to end there. Okay. Now, that's the first one. So that's one thing that we can do when we're doing, if we want to do anything inside. The other thing is we could just do straight lines. So we can just come across and we can do straight lines in here. Like that. We could color this all in all together. How's everybody doing? This is going to give you a really nice place to see different things you can do. And what I like is what this is doing for me is it's making me put everything together. So now when I'm thinking about a design, I don't have to think, where did I leave that paper? Not that you guys would have them all over the place or anything like that. And it gives me a place to go back and check. Okay. So now we've gone ahead and we've done these. Oops, there we go. All right. Now on this one here, we might decide to do this. It's amazing how many things you can do with one shape. And that's kind of what we're thinking today. All right, because that looks really nice, and that would be great. Even just a row of those. Now, the other thing that we might want to do is we might want to continue doing these. All right. And the reason why I turn my pages, I make lines better. I think we're all the same. We make lines going one direction better than we do the other. It's kind of like when you're doing a face, right? And then we're going to take this all the way down. How are you guys doing? Are you able to keep up, or am I going too fast? Tell me if I'm going too fast. I'm just having fun, so how's everybody doing? You're very quiet this morning. Have you not had your tea or coffee? Maybe not. Alrighty. So this is fun. Now, when you do this right here, you can also go ahead and fill in every second one if you want. Not necessarily. It's kind of whatever shapes I like. Zentangle patterns are they can get really intricate, and it's depending on what I do, Jody. And I think what's happened is in the marketplace, the Maria and her husband have kind of, I don't know if it's a trademark or they've, whatever they've done, and they have Zentangle patterns. But I think, most of us have doodled all our lives, and there's shapes that we like and there's shapes that we don't like. And so, yeah, so they do look like Zentangle patterns, but I don't necessarily go to Zentangle website and get patterns, if that helps you. I hope anyway. Alrighty. So now the other thing that you can do in here is you can go ahead and you can do a circle. All right. And this is really nice because you could go ahead and you can fill in your circle. And you could fill in this line right here too. So we're going to just fill this in. Like this. Excuse me. I have been coughing a lot lately, and I think the air is not overly great the last week or so. I find that I've been having to take my puffers and stuff like that. So, alrighty. Now, and this is really cute. This would make a really cute border. Any of these. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I'm very much a filler-inner, for lack of a better term, Jody. I think the thing is remember, you're doing this like one line at a time, and you're creating from there. And I think what's important is to sit back and look at it and say, does it need any more? Oh, great. Thank you, Karen. And so I think, like when you just go ahead and draw this, and then you think, okay, do I want to do anything else in here? Well, then if I do, I can go here and I can say, well, here are some different choices. Do I incorporate some? Like you may decide to do this one here. Okay. And then you may decide to put that black dot on top of it. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jody. So it's important to see that you don't have to, but don't just keep carrying on without looking at it first and say, excuse me, because I think, sorry, because I think that's where a lot of people look at it and say, oh my God, I did too much. They don't step back. So there's nothing wrong with doing this much. Oops, there we go. Doing this much and then stepping back. I usually put it up against something. So I'll sit it up like this and then I'll walk away and I'll turn around and look at it and think, okay, well, you know, do I want to do something like this? Do I not want to do something like that? So it gives you a choice of the different things that you want to do. Okay. Alrighty. So this one here, this is where we started originally, just with the line. So I'm going to leave that one that way. All right. How is everyone? Oh, thank you. Hi, Bob. Now, on this one here, what I do here sometimes is I'll just go and I'll just put a few of these in. And I'll just, it just helps me follow it around a little bit. Like that. So that's how you can embellish that one a little bit. Okay, I just wanted to let you know about that. Alrighty. Do you want to do another one? What do you think? I have to put my date down, I forgot. Monday, August. Isn't it hard to believe it's August, guys? Oh, God, I just cringe at the thought. Alrighty. Okay, so do you want to do another one, guys, or how you feeling about this? Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty, let's do another one. So I'm going to put my date on here. You know why? If I don't do this when I'm doing it, it won't get done. I don't know if you're like that or not. Alrighty. How you doing, guys? Alrighty, so I'm going to do some pencil lines again. And I'm just going to draw a couple more of these guys. Oh. Do you ever feel like you're all thumbs? It's kind of how I am today. Alrighty. Okay. All right. So the next one. So here we did our plus signs. We did our zigzag. All right. And now we're going to do our arches. Now, some people get really fussy about their arches. All right, so I just drew some lines here just to work in. All right, so you will probably work right to left. I work left to right. Left to right. I work right to left because I'm left-handed. So I'm going to just start, and I'm going to do... Now, if you want to do these with pencil first, no problem. All right, I'm going to show you that first. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, and we're going to do an arch. Like that. Take your time. All right, we're not at the speedway. I hold my pencil quite far back. And I'm going to come around and look where you want to go. So what I tell people is, if I start here, and then I start looking up here, and once I look there, I'm going to start looking down here. Okay? And I'm going to come down. Oh, that one's awful. That's because I stopped in the middle. Let's go back to the beginning here. Okay. So I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to look where I want to go. All right. They don't have to be perfect. They look like teeth. And I always seem to get one side straighter than the other. I guess it's just me. So I don't worry about it. All right. So now I can go back and I can go ahead and ink it. All right. So I'm going to come up here. What's really nice if you do the pencil first is, if you want, then you can correct it. So sometimes I start on the right and sometimes I start on the left. Depends on kind of how I feel that day. Oops. That one got really changed. Oh my goodness. There you go. Okay, so that's our very first row of loopy loops. Oh, thank you. All right. I have to tell you, when I was in high school, back in the day, we took penmanship. And I have to say, it was probably my most favorite class. And of course, there was only a few of us in the class that were left-handed. And most of the people that I know that are left-handed, they go like this. I just do it. I just hold my pen like you guys do that are right-handed. So I didn't have as much trouble because we used to use fountain pens. I actually bought a fountain pen the other day. I love fountain pens. I'd like to find a fountain pen that had a more finer nib though. I find that most of them are quite, they're quite a thick nib. So, alrighty, so that's our first. So this is our jumping off point kind of thing. Now, if we were going to do this makes a great border. Kathleen, this is great on the outside of your hearts. You just make them littler, you know, that kind of stuff. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do another row. Okay. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to come around and you're going to just make another row. Sometimes it works better if you can go sideways and bring it towards you. These are all going to be, you're going to see that these are all kind of leaning. That's okay. And lots of times you're going to see that I'm drawing with my whole arm. Okay. I just bring my whole arm down. Ooh, that one's a big one. Okay, so that's our next row. How you doing, guys? Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Hello, Cynthia. Alrighty. It's a beautiful day to here. It's like about, I don't know, 75, 78 degrees so far. And the sun's shining. We're supposed to get rain the rest of the week, but that's okay. All right. So you're going to see that these are not all the same. All right. Oops. All right. Now, if you were doing this on your computer, some of you guys work on your iPad, then you can get them all the same. I just don't really, it doesn't really matter to me that they're not all the same. And one of my favorite fillers is to take this, we're going to work on this middle one in a minute, but one of my favorite things is to take this and do it smaller, okay? Do one at a time. And like I said, people, take your time. It's not a race. You're not gonna miss your lunch. Nobody's gonna take your food. Well, I'm not too sure about that, but we're gonna think positive. Okay. But take your time. It's amazing how much difference it makes when you take your time. You know, so much of what we do is always in a rush. And I love that this gives me a chance to just breathe. You kind of forget about stuff and okay. Now, this is a great filler because now what we're going to do is we're going to go like Kathleen was saying, it's kind of look like scales. Okay. So now I'm going to come here and I'm going to start and end, hopefully, in the middle of each arch. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to come up and I'm going to come down. I'm going to come up here at the center and then I'm going to come around and down in the center. So you can use this for mermaid scales. You can use it for shingles. Alrighty, and you're just going to come down and come in the middle. So start in the center, come all the way down, up here, and then just come down in the center. All right. So you're going to start here in the center, come up and around, look where you want to go, and then come here. Start here in the center. When you get up at the top, look where you want to put your pen, and then your pen will go there easier. I know it sounds really weird, but I learned this concept when I used to teach driver's ed. And your car goes where you look. So we'd be driving down the road, and I'd be in the passenger side, and my student would be in the driver's side, and there'd be two more students in the back. And I'd say to the young person, I'd say, quit looking at the guardrails. I'm not looking at the guardrails. Okay. And then a few minutes later, I'd say, quit looking at the guardrails. I'm not looking at the guardrails. So by then, the two people in the back seat are starting to be paying attention. And, oh, see, that's exactly where I was looking. So a little bit further down the road, I'd say, stop looking at the guardrails. And if it was one, sometimes the groups are absolutely hilarious. I just love them. And you might get a comment from the back seat, like saying, well, then why are you driving towards them? Which was what I was going to say, but I didn't want to come out and say it. All right. So this is really, really fun. Okay. This is a really great filler, and it helps you to fill things and give it a little bit of texture. The other thing is you can do what you can do in here, some of the things that we're going to be doing in here. All right? How's everybody doing? You find you find it hard to slow down, Terry? Well, maybe you're just a fast drawer. Is that a word? Drawer? But practice. You'll find your own stride, Terry, and it'll work out, the way it's supposed to for you. Now, what I really like about doing this is there are all kinds of things that we can do inside. So here, again, we can go ahead and we can put that outside ring. All right. And then we could go ahead and we can put another one inside. And then we can color. No, I'm going to do this one first. Hold on. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to do this. Now, if you like Kathleen, we're making a rainbow, you could do 5 or 6 of these rings. You could do a big one and do 5 or 6 rings, and then each color of the rainbow you could put a different pattern in. And I think that would be absolutely beautiful, because when you color it, then each one's going to have a different color. Okay, so on this one here, I may decide to just do kind of like a Y. All right. And then I might do this here. And then I can go ahead and I can go like this. All right. So, and then if I want, I can go sideways here too. And I can go ahead and do lines in here. This one's just a little bit more. This is a fun one. This always reminds me of the front of a car. I think it's probably a Volkswagen, I'm thinking. What do you think, guys? Yes, Art Nouveau. I love Art Nouveau. Okay. So it kind of reminds me of the front of a car. It also reminds me of an Egyptian mummy. I mean, that kind of stuff. Okay. Now again, oh, I'm getting ink all over the place. Sorry, guys. The other thing that is really fun with this is you can take and you do your outside ring. All right. And then you do just a small one like this. And then you color them. And if you want, this is where I find I like to, if I'm coloring this in, I like to use a finer tip if I'm going to be doing any other lines inside. Yeah, it looks like a front grill. That's what I was trying to think of. I'm sorry, guys. I'm coughing. I should have brought my tea in with me. I was outside, sitting outside with the dog and having my tea this morning. So this is a fun thing because you can leave it plain like this, or you can do other things. But like I said, if I was using, this is about a 3, I think. If I was using a 3 tip, one of my favorite pens is the 005. I love that one. It's a very, very, you know what, I think I got one sitting here. Let me see. No, that's a 2. I'll show it to you next time. There we go. And then all you would do is you would color this in. I really like this, and you can do that in here too, eh? In your scales or your roof. So here we're going to go ahead here. Does everybody have a ruler with them today? Let me know. Oh, did you really, Kathleen? Oh my God. Alrighty. Okay, so I think that's what we're gonna, because we're gonna look back at what we did last week, and then, on Thursday, and then we're gonna be looking at what we've done this week, and then we're going to do a project. How's that? If you don't have yeah, don't worry about it, Kathleen. You can do it by hand. I think maybe I'll do mine by hand just so you don't feel like you've been overwhelmed. Alrighty, so Monday. So now we're going to do our motif. How's that? August. I should have had this ready. Sorry, guys. 2021. Alrighty. So today what we're going to do is okay. I was going to do a heart, but I really like the idea of doing not branches, but I did one in my coloring book and I loved it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just do a bouquet of sticks. How's that? Alrighty. So I'm going to do my first one. This is my first one. There we go. So that's what you're going to do first. All right. Everybody okay? And then what we're going to do is, you remember the first day we did, Marianne. We did lines here. All right. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do some lines. Now, if you want, you can thicken this line. Just go nice and slow. Look where you want to go. And then I'm going to do the other one. I love doing this one because it, what this does is it kind of gives you an idea of all the different things you can use in a space without it being something like really, really specific. Blah, 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 blah. Hi, Sandy. Oh, you're in Vermont. Oh, Vermont is beautiful. I went with a friend to Jay Peak in Vermont, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. So these kinds of things that we're going to be doing today for the last little bit, these can be put on tail feathers, any kind of feathers. They can be put on like pipes, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so I want you to think about, how can I use this other ways? All right, so are we ready? Are we ready? Let's do the Freddy. That's showing my age, eh? Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is, like I said, I draw upside down a lot. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw. So remember those stripes that we had? Well, there they are. Except now we've confined them. Yeah. Yes, they do take Canadian at par. It was amazing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use those lines. So I'm going to do my line, and I'm going to leave a space, and I'm going to do a line, and I'm going to leave a space, and I'm going to do another line. And you're going to do this all the way down your stick. Okay? And it's much easier to go ahead and decorate each one than trying to do it after. And because this is my practice, I'm not really worrying all that much about whether or not it's hitting the sides or not. So you're just going to go across here. And it kind of makes it look like bamboo. These aren't perfect. They don't have to be. Remember, everybody, this is hand drawn. I mean, it's different when you're doing it on the computer, because you can go back and you can correct and all that kind of stuff. But I really do like it hand drawn. Now, Kathleen is going to be having a course. She teaches Illustrator on the iPad, and I think she does Capture too. And Jody does the most amazing hand-painted needlework patterns, which is amazing. So I don't know what some of the rest of you do, but if there's something that you really like to do, if you want to, put in a comment, let me know. Okay, so there's our first one. Now what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and do another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I think I'll start about here, and I'm going to press a little bit harder so I don't have to go over top of it twice. And I'm going to skip over here, and I'm going to take it over here. I was going to go over that one more time. What I find, the faster you do this... Oh, hi, Joni. Good to see you. Oh, you're very welcome, Jody. Your work is so beautiful. I love it. So check out Jody Williamson Valentine. I love that name. She does the most amazing hand-colored or hand-painted patterns for needlepoint. And then Kathleen teaches Illustrator on the iPad. Joni, I can't remember what the name of your business is. Could you put it in there for me? I just want to let the girls know about that. Now, then I'm going to do my second one right here. I find that the faster I draw my lines, the thinner my ink gets. So I'm going to try to go just a little bit slower. And you're going to see that there's bumps and stuff in these. If you're more comfortable doing this with Weathered Wings Art. Yes. And I think Joni has a membership or a something like that. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. All right. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is, now this is where I would like, just a second. Oh. This is where I really enjoy using my finer tip markers. So here we go. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to start this way. All right. And I'm going to go one. See how much thinner this is? I'll go this way, Marianne. See how much thinner that is? All right. And this is the 005. So what I do here is I go ahead and I do, I don't know, five or 7 or whatever. All right. And then I come here and I do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I go back. You remember the basket we did? And then I go back and I do this. There we go. And that's what that looks like. I'll go this way. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do, you can do all your one way first if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be that one. So this other one's going to start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'm going to miss a space. Oh, that was kind of big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Thanks, Jody. Kathleen, if you want to put yours in there too, go right ahead, dear. All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know Facebook doesn't like us to do that much anymore. But I figure if we just do it once or twice, it'd be okay. We're not going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good. Jody says, I've taken Kathleen's course and she's wonderful at guiding you through all the tips and tricks of iPad Pro and Illustrator for the iPad. She is truly a trailblazer. Yes, she is. Alrighty, so we're going to continue on through here. I think one of the, you know how we feel like, you know, there's the imposter syndrome and all that kind of thing that we deal with as creatives. Okay, so now we're going to go back. So we've done our little way here, and now we're going to change, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really like doing these. This is a really neat way to see how patterns go together. There's lots of times when I'm working on something, I will just do sticks like this just to see whether or not I like how it looks. And it's a great place to experiment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's Kate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. And I think I guess what I was was concerned about was, you know, okay, well, why would people want to watch me, you know, do this? And then I found that you did. And I'm really thankful for that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do another one. So what we're going to do is we're adding on to this. And I don't want to keep you too much longer because I know that your time is valuable. And so now what we're going to do is I think I'll do one here. And what's really neat is it helps you look at things, because now you're always going, this one, the first one was on top, now this one's on top, and we just keep working them like that. And it makes it fun to be able to put things together like this. Alrighty, everybody ready? Okay, so now we're going to do some dots and dashes. So I think I'm going to do, I like dash, dot, 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 dash, dot, 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 dash, dot, 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 dash, dot, dot, and we're not going to see that next one. But we know that this is going to end up here like that, and it may only be a short one. And then I go ahead, 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, 3, dash. Now, that would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here I would probably, there's my dash, and then I have my 3 in here. So I would be dash again here. 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, 3, dash. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, dash, 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, 3, dash, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then the dash would be in behind the stick, so we could even make a little line there. And this would be maybe just 2 dots, and then we'll be back to our dash again. All right, and this is an easy exercise. Now, if you have more rows, you can do more rows. If you want to thicken these, you can thicken them. Okay. Now, if you were going to go ahead and do some shading, you can do some shading. And remember, you would shade here and here, but not here. You would shade here and here. All right. Okay, let's do another one. Are you ready? Okay, let me see here. I think I'm going to go here. This little stick here. 1 across here. There we go. And I'm going to do one here. And you don't have to do what I'm doing here. If you have other things that you want to put inside your sticks, you can go right ahead and do that. Remember, this is your imagination. This is your, we're kind of creating, I know, the Morse code. Oh, great. Thank you, Kathleen. So tomorrow, Kathleen is teaching people to use the motif made here to make repeating patterns on the iPad. Alrighty. And what's really nice is these can be taken apart. All right. These would make great stripes. Eh, Kathleen? These would make great stripes. Okay. So now, one of my most favorite things to do is the circles. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put different size circles in here. Or ovals. It depends on the kind of day you're having. I love this pattern. Pebble Beach. That's what it reminds me of. And I love coloring it in as I'm doing it because it really helps us see where we're going. All right, isn't that cute? Oops, that went over the edge. We won't tell anybody. How's that? This branch has, or this stick has a lump in it. Lumps are good. And what's really neat is, say you did this and got that line, all you have to do is just thicken the outside line of your stick. You know, and then that way you can go ahead and you can, if you're feeling that you need to correct it. Alrighty. And there's no rhyme or reason. I don't usually look back to see what I've done because I'm afraid I'll just copy it. So I just keep working ahead of time and, you know, or keep moving forward and then just kind of go from there. Because I don't want to get into to repeating it too exactly. I find sometimes we can do that and then we're not happy with the result. Alrighty. That one didn't go very well. We'll just cover that in a little bit more black. How is that? Alrighty. Now, when I do these, I like to do a lot of them. And this kind of just gives us a different look so that we have something different on each stick. And you can let your imagination go wild. There's a lot of times what I'll do is, especially with this one here, the very first one we drew, it's really lots of fun to like color the stripes and then maybe put another line. So we'll do another one. Just a sec. Here we go. There we go. Now if you want your sticks to seem to be rounder, then all you got to do is, we'll just put another one, put one here. I'm going to try to go slow so I don't make my line too thin. But isn't it fun to see the different textures that we can work with? And these can be any thickness you want. I kind of just go to this width naturally. I don't know why, but I seem to. Now, what I was going to do here was I'm going to show you. So this is along the same line as this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to curve it. You see, like that. And then I'm going to color that in. So you're going to go here and you're going to curve it. And this will help make your stick seem rounder. Okay. How's everybody doing? Are you doing okay? We're not going to be too much longer. And remember that any of these patterns that you're putting on your stick can be used in any shape. All right. So here, I'm going to go here. And it's fun doing them with the curve in them. Like that. And it makes it look a little bit rounder. And yeah, are you having fun today, guys? I hope you're having fun. I really enjoy doing this with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to play. Isn't it amazing what you can just do with a pencil and a marker and paper? That's what I find. It's when people get so stuck on the idea of I need this and I need this and I need this, and it's, you know, and you don't. Now these can be colored with marker or watercolor or pencil, crayon. You call them colored pencils. They can be done with watercolor, anything like that. I usually work on mixed media paper or watercolor paper, and I usually draw on the smoothest side. I have drawn on the other side and I kind of like it, but for most of the time I do it on now isn't that cute? Look at that. All right. Okay. Now let's do. Okay, how about we do one here? Right here. I'm gonna move my thing because I put a lot of ink on there, so I don't want to. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Nice and slow, up and down and across, and then up and, oh, well, we got a little bit in there. There we go. And then we're going to go here and here. I just have to remember not to go fast. So I want my ink to be thick. Okay, there we go. All righty. Now we're cooking. Alrighty, so now, remember when we did the we did that curly Q kind of thing? Let me see here. Oh my goodness, it's hard to show you things. There we go. We did this kind of thing right here. Okay, we're going to do something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to come up and around and down and in, like that. So all we did is we carried this one inside of itself. Okay, has everybody got that? I know, Joni, isn't it great? And you can use it in so many places. Alrighty, so now you're going to come here and you're going to start in the middle. Can you see okay, guys? You're going to start here. You're going to follow it up around. You come down, okay? And then we're going to lift our pen and pretend. We're going to carry it on through. And then we're going to go like this. All right? Okay, so we're going to come here. And this one was probably going to start here. And go around like that. Doesn't that look neat? How do you like that, guys? Start in the center. Follow your curve. Come up, around, and like that. Can you see okay? Start in the center. You're going to take your time. Come up and around like that. You're going to come, start in the center, you're going to come up and around, and then back into itself. You're going to stay here, you're going to start at the center, you're going to follow it up again, coming around, and into itself. You're going to start in the center here, you're going to come up and around. Now this one would go over here, it would come out here, and it would come into itself. This one here would start in the center, would come up and around and into itself, so we wouldn't do anything more there. This one would start here, come up and around like that. So what I did here, I'll show you here. So this one here would have come up and around like this and into itself. Okay, so this one here would come up and around like that. Let me see here. Can you see that? All right. So it would come up from here around, and you can draw these with pencil if you want first, just to make sure you're getting them where you want them to go. All right. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, sorry it's flashing. I guess it's because I got too close. All right, we're almost done this one. This one, I love this one. And on this one here, I would thicken my outside lines. Okay. Around and into itself. And then we're just going to end this one here, goes up and around. And it would go around here like this, and it would come up and that like that. Okay, that's how you would end it. These would make an array of stripes for your to make a pattern with or whatever. Hi Lori, are you drawing today too? Alrighty, so I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to let you go. Okay? I think I'm going to do it over here. So we're going to go, here, turn this around. All right, so I'm going to come here, and I'm going to do straight down here. And I am pressing kind of hard because I want that to be reasonably thick because I don't want to have to go over top of it a few times. And again, what's really neat is you don't have to do these all the same width. Like, wouldn't this be fun to use these as stripes and do some wider and some more narrow? And so much fun. Okay, so today we did, let me see here. We did our little star, our little plus signs. We did our zigzag. That would be good on your things. And we did our arches. All right. Okay. So let's see, what will we do on the next one? How about we do we'll do plus signs. And I'm kind of doing them offset. That one just gets that one, okay? So that one might be like going here. So we can put a line here. All right. And then this one would be that one. So this one will be here. Okay. So we know we can do this, and the line would be up here. And I'm just kind of making them fit the space. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. Oh, I like that. Okay. And like I said, you can change these and do anything you want with them. You can do all kinds. Hi, Lori. Louisiana. New to you. Came in late just a few minutes ago. We'll go back and watch. Oh, great. Thank you, dear. Yeah, please feel free to watch. And if you don't mind letting people know that I do this. And, you know, there's certain things that we're not supposed to say. So if you don't mind, I'll write it. How's that? How is that? We'll do this instead. How's that? As much as possible, I would really, really appreciate that. If you had a good time, you know, let people know that you had a good time. And I think, thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. I think this is a really fun one. Like I would probably do another one across here. You know, I would do more if it was me. But what I like about this is they don't have to be in this orientation. They can be stripes. It's so much fun. I've done things where I've done the stripes and I've changed the width. So maybe I might do this one narrow and this one fat and this one medium, you know, that kind of stuff. So it gives you a lot of things you can do with it. How have you liked today? Oh, thank you so much, Linda. Texas. Oh, you know what? I've only ever been as far as the northern states, you know, so I've been to Vermont, and when I used to live along the St. Lawrence River, I've been to New York and Michigan. We went out west one year when I was young. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lori. So it was back in 69, I think it was. We went out west for Christmas and we decided to take the American route. So we crossed over at the Sault Ste. Marie, and it was the year of the Hong Kong flu. Do you remember that? Are any of you old enough to remember that? And so we were going through Duluth, and it's the first time they had tape across the front door of the hospital that nobody could get in because it was quarantine and stuff like that. So I loved all the states going across. I couldn't believe how big Montana was, or how wide Montana was. So yeah. So anyways, I want you to play with this, and I'm going to post this picture, and I would love for you to post your pictures underneath of your practice and your final project. Remember, it doesn't have to look like this, but we just use sticks this time, or stripes, or whatever you want to call it, to demonstrate different ways that you can use you're baking. I'll have some, please. So I would really, really appreciate you showing what you do with this. So I'm going to move my screen up again. Oh, be careful. Brady, just a second here. Oh, I didn't mean to go this long. I'm so sorry, everybody. Okay, so I hope you all had fun. And again, please post. Oh, thank you so much, Jamie. And I would love to see you. I'll be back on Thursday at 2 p.m. So I'm just going to recap what we did today, and then I'll let you go. All right. So number one, we did our plus signs. And we showed different things you could do. Number two, we did our zigzags with different things that we could do. Number 3, we did our arches. Now, I want you to fill these in. Show me some new things that you're going to be doing with that. And you can do things in here too. Different things you can decide. There's all kinds of really neat things you can do in here. Okay? So these are kind of like, they can be like scales for a mermaid. They can be a roof. They can also, this is how you would draw a dahlia. I think that's what it's called. The one with all the, yeah, a dahlia. And so there's things you can do in there for that. So use your imagination, guys. That's what you got it for. And then, so we only did 3. I'm so sorry. I guess well, I think we did enough. And then we did our sticks. All right. Now, when you're doing these things, sometimes, hold on a second, you guys. I went forward instead of backwards. When you're doing these things, sometimes it's really good up in this area up here to write down ideas you have for them. Okay. So I say, like, can use as a roof, mermaid scales, dahlias, that kind of stuff. Anytime you're doing something. Like for the zigzags, I would put in Southwestern. I would put in, what do you call it? Graphic, those kinds of things that I might want to use them on. So border, might want to use it for a border, that kind of stuff. So don't be afraid to go ahead and do that kind of thing. All right. So I think we had a great day today. I'm pleased. I hope you are too. And I am looking forward to Thursday and to do some more things. Isn't it amazing how many different little things you can do with a pen and paper and make it into something? So anyway, thank you guys. Have a great day. Oh, thank you, Terry. I'm glad you had a good time. Be good. And love you guys. And I will talk to you soon. See you Thursday at 2. Don't forget to let everybody know. All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, the zigzag's so much fun. I know. You can do so much to these. All right, guys. All right. So as we move along, I'll be showing you different things that we can do. Thank you, Kathleen. All right. We'll see you Thursday at 2 p.m. Bye now.